Welcome back
Hello.
to Ready Celebrate's Curse of Strahd. When we last left off, the party were assailed by Vrox at the Tolshenka Pass checkpoint. After a close call, and luckily Seeker being able to use his Step of the Wind to fly back to safety, the party have defeated the Vrox and are now stuck with this portcullis before them, the green wall of fire beyond. And after a minute, Seeker, from whenever you approached that portcullis originally, the portcullis closes itself down again.
Callan will approach the portcullis and get to about there and see if it opens for him.
Of course, yeah. Second you enter within 10 foot of it, and just begins scraping up metal on stone and opens itself up. But the fire consists, that curtain of green flame doesn't stop.
I'm going to call over Esmeralda and Lux and be like, do you think I should possibly try to dispel this curtain? And if so, I could probably do with your help.
Give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic to see what kind of magic it is.
Yeah, of course. Let me just see. It probably actually does say.
If it is, I'm just wondering if it'll be harmful to us. That's all.
It radiates evocation magic.
It radiates the invocation magic. Cannons probably could hurt
Yes.
us.
So probably not an illusion. Okay. I'll try and dispel it. If you can possibly give me the help action, Lux, that'd be greatly appreciated. In case I need to do a check.
Let me see if I can give guidance on this one. No, yeah, but I'll give you the help action. Can't.
I'm gonna,
I'll cast guidance on myself.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Marvelous, yeah. You take a moment and make me a Arcana check, please. Assuming you're casting it at 3rd level.
With advantage from Lux.
Advantage from Lux, and you also get your guidance. A 19. The green flame, the curtain of green flame, just falls away, and you see before you the path ahead unobstructed.
Date, job, Alan.
Okay, let's get through. Esmeralda, if you can bring the wagon. I
She'll
don't
go
know.
back, and she'll follow you guys as you move, and just keep up with you essentially.
Cool.
Max, at this point, you'll probably shrink back down to regular old size. There's no immediate threats here. And yeah, Callan, as you kind of come through, you see the gravel path continues to follow, winding its way along. On your right, you see the actual guard tower itself. You see a stone closed door there, leading the way in. It's an not a stone door, an iron-bound wood door. It's very much like an old wooden door with those iron kind of reinforced bars across it.
He will turn to the rest of the group, assuming that they're just kind of following through the passageway.
Mhm.
Do we want to investigate this, or do we want to just press on?
I would say press on.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm back.
I don't think there's anything here particularly that we are expecting. I think only bad things could potentially come from investigating here.
I mean, we could. Never know. There might be something useful inside, or maybe information. We don't know.
Maybe.
I think it'd be. I think it'd be good for us to have a look since he's on the way anyway.
My
Max,
worry is the statues on the roof. There seems to be 4 statues. They look like suits of armor. If we go up there, we should be cautious, considering the last ones we ran into.
I'd rather avoid opportunities where things will fight us, particularly on our journey, as it's likely to be long and taxing. I propose that we move past this and do not go inside.
I mean, we found quite a few magical items recently. You know.
What is it exactly,
should-
Max, that you think we could help us? We are
I
all
don't know.
equipped, over-equipped, arguably. You have a sword, a spear, and a glaive. Seeker has a staff. Esmeralda has numerous magic weapons. I have the Sun Sword. Lux has his Eldritch Blaster. I don't see what exactly we are missing.
have my
the
angel.
inventory department.
And also, Max is the note because you didn't explicitly say, but I assume as part of your long rest, you spent a little bit of time with the sword. You would have learned that it's a +2 greatsword.
Oh shit! Snap.
Oh,
Spicy.
looks like the next gonna
I'll
be your
never know.
nap.
What if there's something in there that can possibly come and stalk us?
I
I'll
think
probably have
more,
I'll probably
we're
have my
more
mind.
likely to get
at-
into trouble, Max, if we initiate fights rather than bypassing them.
All right, if that's what the group wants to do, then that's what the group wants to do.
I mean, if you think there's something suspicious when we're walking, I can just use detect magic. Use my magic eyes, see if I find any magical enchanted armor. Maybe that works. I don't know how it works, but
What's the
could
range
work,
of
something like that.
your spell? The
Detect
detect
magic.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll pop it up and chat.
I think it's 30 foot, but blocked by a certain amount of.
Yeah, it's
the
blocked by certain
thick
things.
stone would probably be enough to block Lux seeing anything.
But I mean, like when we go inside.
Yeah.
I mean, does this look like a tower? It looks like a
Alright.
That's the
like a
sword,
building.
by the way, Max, in Discord.
Did you cure wounds on purpose, Lux?
Nope. No, I was
Because
just
you
trying
might, you might need to recover that slot then. I don't know if it's because if you cast it from beyond, it will have burned one.
No, it's fine. That's what it is. So,
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so
cool.
certain things.
So
You imagine
+2.
these stone walls probably would be enough to stop you seeing beyond it.
I mean, I would have to look in first to make sure they're not magical, but I mean, right now, I don't see anything magical, I don't think.
Yeah,
I'll look
nothing
around.
apart from where the curtain was. There's maybe like a little echo that there was once magic there, but it has long since been dispelled. And looking up the tower itself, the tower is about 40 foot tall, so you can't see anything on the top of it or anything from down here.
I can't see the top, so I don't know. You're like a disco light, though.
We could try to attack the things from down here. If we think that there's something hostile, that Max, if you think it could end up following us, we could try to fight them here rather than in close quarters. We could be prepared. Draw a battle line of sorts.
I could go inside and have a look. And if
Well-
there's anything in there, you guys just wait outside of an ambush.
How about I just open the door with my mage hand or Dharmaturgy?
Once again, Max, I'm not sure. If there are things in there, then we shouldn't be going in alone. If there are things on the roof, if those statues are creatures, much like the two on the entrance were, I feel that the ambience around us has changed. It's got a lot spookier, almost as though music in the background of our lives has altered a little.
Right.
Yeah, go on.
What's the sword that was posted? Sorry, my internet's just weird.
That's the sort of you guys took from Vladimir Hohenraven's body. That's the
The armors, the people upstairs with the armors and stuff.
Yep.
Does it look like the armor could be used by someone else? Does it look like? Does it look
Yeah.
usable? That's what I'm saying. Oh no, it's just like.
I mean, it's hard to tell from here, Max. Like they look like they're snow-caked statues. It wouldn't be unreasonable. Like they look quite well carved, but they're 40 foot up. It's very difficult to tell from this angle. Like they might just be very well carved stone, or they could be like legitimate, like, you know, suits of armor. They're kind of like holding out these lances, like pointing them out into the air, and they're kind of all at like compass points almost. There's 4 of them.
Even you are.
Actually,
too
there's
small.
6. Sorry.
Where?
Okay, well. So what was the party saying? Should we make a vote then? Should we investigate? Should we go?
I think there are 3 options currently. We can either
Alright.
A, A, walk past this place and not go inside. B, we can attack from here to see if those statues are actually creatures, and if they are, attack them in a way that is probably going to be more advantageous for us than to try and do it inside a building. Or thirdly, we can go inside and explore for whatever we may find. I personally am in favour of A, with B being my second option. What about everyone else?
Okay, do B. You made halfway.
I could throw a dart and see if they react.
Or we could just get Lux to use Eldritch Blast. One of them. See what
Right.
happens.
Enough.
That is true.
Okay. Lux,
I can try.
would you mind?
Yeah, Lux, you raising your palms and just like blast it as if it was a creature.
I'm not actually going to do that. I'm actually going to use Chill Touch instead.
Sure.
Also, I will be putting my shield away at this moment,
Alrighty.
and I have two-handed gloves.
Beautiful. A ghostly spectral hand forms Nux and it swipes against the statue. Nothing seems to happen.
We're good. Did it move?
Also, did Esmeralda tune to the special sword that we... The one that...
No, that's the one Max took back. That's the one that I posted in chat. Max over the long rest realized it was a +2 greatsword.
Yeah, because as Esmeralda uses Dex, she uses Ray.
Ah, cool. Oh, that's
Like,
pretty
or, rather, she's got her weapons that she's comfortable with because she can bonus action dual wield.
Yeah, she's a dual wielder, effectively. As a note, Max, just because there is actually something a bit unique about the weapon in regards to its form, I'm just double checking what it is. Yeah, it's a +2 greatsword, and I think that's it. Yeah, it's just a +2 greatsword. Yeah, I thought it might have been like specifically light, but no, it's just a regular old +2 greatsword.
Fine.
Okay, so those aren't creatures that we can attack or that would attack us. I'm still very hesitant to go inside places that we don't need to. We've very often got sidetracked on our journey here, and that has led to not just minor setbacks, but people dying.
I agree with Alan. We do not need anything now. Let's focus our efforts at Strahd.
Okay, fine.
Look,
Keep
what
moving
do you think? If it's two against, if it's two people on one side, two people with another, then I'm more than comfortable having more of a discussion and a debate about it. But otherwise, I suppose majority rules.
I mean, we've gathered a lot of things here. I mean, we could. I mean, they might find clues. We might find information about this place in the tower.
Lux, do
Mm-hmm.
you want to go past, or do you want to go inside?
Where's the D2?
What is that?
What was that?
It's just someone revving an engine outside my flat.
Lux is going to go inside.
Does or doesn't, Lux?
Doors, yeah. So he would want to go inside because he might think there might be information.
Esmeralda, what do you think? We seem to be split on this.
It seems strange that I would be finalizing a decision for a group. I can see both positives and negatives. We could go past this tower, and if something is in there, whenever we return, it might have taken up residence at the gatehouse or be blocking our exit, which would not be good if we are planning on coming back this way. Also, yesterday was particularly taxing on all of us, I think. I'm still not even fully recovered in my constitution. I still feel like I'm tired a bit. I wouldn't be able to benefit as much from, say, bandaging my wounds and such as much. Maybe taking it easier today might be a better idea. Also, we don't know what lies ahead. This Amber Temple is supposedly extremely dangerous. Weakening ourselves beforehand is exactly what we did yesterday before moving into Argynvost and everything else. The risks are great, but the risk is there if we do not go in and something follows us, then we find ourselves between a rock and a hard place.
The way I see it, turn and address the group, is every time we have fallen foul of a particular encounter while we've been here, it's because we had previously overstretched that same day and we had depleted our resources. We had become tired, we had become weary, and we were unprepared for what was coming. Right up there is a bridge. We do not know what is there. Ahead of that is the Amber Temple. We don't know what the journey holds, what the Amber Temple holds. Would we know roughly how long it'll be to the Amber Temple at this point, by the way?
If you checked Esmeralda's map, which I will just double check now.
Like ballpark, is it like 1 hour, 4 hours, 8 hours?
It's probably about an hour and a half or so from the
And
Shingle
also,
Pass.
how long have you ever been traveling so far?
You've already been traveling this morning, like 3-4 hours. It's kind of like around, nearly 3 p.m. at this point.
I would also say the creature was stone till we went. I would presume other creatures inside, if there are, would be similar.
You do have a good point, Seeker. While they are not creatures now, they could become animated in some form. Could Callum maybe have a look at them and see if there's anything that might indicate some kind of thing? I don't even know that character, so I don't know how to word it.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can make a
can I
perception
check
check
or-
at disadvantage if you want, or
And secret from a flat roll.
yeah, Seeker's helping. The snow is like flying
He
past.
like
and-
points his, he like glows his feathers to give him a bit of illumination, like to melt this.
10. Squint your eyes, Callan. I mean, more than what your past perception saw earlier. Nothing, like, they're not breathing, or the shoulders aren't rising and falling. There's no telltale signs. You don't see any arcane runes on the side or anything like that.
Okay, well, if Callum's not comfortable going inside, then I think we just press on.
I suppose worst case
Okay.
scenario, the tower is always here on the way back. At the very least, it might make a safe place to make camp if it is empty. Or maybe there's only 1 or 2 things in there we can clear it out as we see fit.
Yes.
Agreed.
Also, on the way back, if we try to come back and... Okay, well, let's just press on for now.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on our backs.
So, same as before, Esmeralda will get back on the wagons. She probably didn't even get down from her driver's seat. And I think you guys are walking on foot, like in front of the wagon. Or would you mount up again now?
Secret stay on the side.
I'll be on the wagon because I've got little legs.
Okay, so Max will be on the next to Esmeralda in the driver's seat, kind of in the rear. So where is that going to put you guys? Just sort of like Seeker, you're going to be left or right? I guess probably is a better way to ask. Or and are you going to be in front or parallel?
I'll go up ahead with Seeker
Cool.
on the left-hand side, Seeker on the right. Is that
Cool.
okay
And
with
then
you?
Lux can kind of like make the in between, kind of like leading the horses. Lux almost. You're like making sure they're like not. I mean, they're obviously magical horses, but you're kind of making sure they still they can still lose their footing and stuff. They're still tangible. And yeah, you guys are moving along.
Parallel away from the cliff.
So like something like that then, Seeker, for reference.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait, the cliff is on both sides. Yeah.
well, it rises up, so you could put Callan to be near the edge if you want. This goes up and this goes down. You guys are like on like a, it's kind of like that.
Cool. He'll be like.
Cool. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Mine is
17.
12.
15.
17. All right.
April smirks. In my low perception now.
So, those of you with 16 or above are able to call out a warning as you're moving along this road ahead of you. It's like cut out of the mountainside. You see it rises steeply to the left and just falls away on the right as before. And the mist and snow that's billowing all around you is greatly reducing your visibility as you travel. And the howling wind itself coming down off the mountainside cuts through you like a knife. I think it was Callan and Lux who spot this creature. You see a 9-foot-tall goat standing atop a crag, just like to your left. And its grey fur like blends perfectly with the mountainside, and it lowers its head as malice glimmers in its eyes. And I'll need you guys to make me initiative rolls once more.
Is that the goat? You said that Melville person freed.
Oh fuck! A goat.
It's a giant goat, people.
It's
It's
Is
the
that-
giant
is that-
goat.
Is that the giant goat?
I mean, do we have to fight as goats? Like,
Well, the goat looks like it's about to fucking charge you, so it might not give you a choice.
fuck.
I
Okay.
think it's the goat Melville released.
Never mind.
Darn it, we sort of killed it.
I mean, I'm quite good at animals. We can try. Is this? Does it look like a normal animal? Just a giant goat.
It looks like a giant goat.
Okay.
Like a goat taller than me a bit. Like
A goat, but giant.
All right. Max of 22.
Ah!
Seeker. Seeker, could you roll me initiative, please?
Too perfect.
14. Lovely stuff. Seeker, what's your dex? I think you will beat Esmeralda, but I'm just checking.
5.
Total number? 20?
Yeah, 20 plus 5.
Yeah, okay, so you beat Esmeralda. She's only got 19. So Max.
How high is the goat?
Right now it's like 40 foot up from you. Yeah, it would be exactly 40 foot from you whenever this encounter takes place. That's so you guys are probably more like there-ish, like hugging the mountainside.
How high are these things?
They're 100 foot high each one, so it's like looming above you from this crag. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I get it. So this is like going up, and this is going down.
Yes, that's correct. So so every line is 100 foot. So although it's literally in the space of like 5 foot, it rises like steep as fuck. Like
Oh, so he's right at the top of the mountain, whatever it is. The
yeah, and
cliff.
it's looking down at you, narrowing its like evil goat eyes. You see like that like just glinting off the light, the
So
daylight.
he is 1, 2, 3, 4, is it 500 feet?
Yeah.
Above us?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
huge, Max. He's like
I'm telling you,
9
it's
foot
no-
tall,
I
and he's fucking built like a brick shithouse.
I think we should just leave this
Tell you,
goat and keep moving.
It's Melville reincarnated.
I think we should just leave this goat and keep going. It's pretty far from us. think we
I
should
agree. Let's keep going.
Let's just dash and run away.
Let me just roll for
And,
Esmeralda's draft horse.
Let's go. Oh, I am. I'm in the horse with Esmeralda.
Yeah, you're at the driving. You're like
Okay,
at
so-
the front.
Esmeralda, let's go. Yeah. I think that I was like, well, I'll tell Esmeralda to, as a free action, I'll tell Esmeralda to move the cart.
Yep.
As quick as she can. I'll tell everyone, just get in the wagon. Let's go.
Horse with a natural 20 as well. Holy
As
shit.
an action, it's far in it. Can I talk to you as an animal handling and like try to make the goat go away for this distance?
Yeah, you can try.
Like, I'll take one of my rations and I'll shove my rations like, here you go. Huh!
Sure. Make me an Armahana check.
Okay, cool. I get advantage because I have that rune thing already anyway. So, okay. Let's see, Max, the goat whisperer. Ah!
You
The-
call
the-
out Max, you threw your rations and they like scatter on the hillside, kind of like behind you, on the mountainside behind you.
Steady.
And this goat just stomps its hoof. That's at a ah!
Oh shit! Oh, that didn't work. Fuck. Okay, everyone, boot up. Let's go.
I can't move the horse until everyone else is moving. Because like you're close together. She can't like unless she's gonna run you guys down. It's too narrow for her to like go around
I'll say
safely.
everyone jump in the wagon. Jump in the wagon. Let's go. And then that's my turn.
Alrighty. Seeker.
You have a 19. Fuck. Shit. Imagine the gold flies and shit. Fuck.
I can't hear Seeker if he's
Yeah, I
talking.
think you're muted.
Oh, I muted myself. Just gonna hop wagon, action dodge.
Yeah, so you kind of hop on the back, open up the door that Esmeralda normally locks. Very easily done, so I'll put you back there so I know you're in the wagon. And you're going to dodge. Esmeralda will ready an action to make the horses go once everyone is aboard. Callan?
Oh, really a dash action. Okay, cool.
Well, she can't go while Lux and Callan are in front of her because she'll run them down.
Yeah, Callan will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to kind of get ahead. And he's going to take the dodge action
Sure thing.
and sort of get ready to wave the horses past.
Beautiful. Alrighty, and then Lux, it's your turn.
Okay. Gonna run around 5, 10, 15, 20, then hop in the car, possible.
Yeah, you get on board. Perfect. The way in front of her is clear, so Esmeralda will move forward. You can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, because the horses don't move overly slow. They're just some magical summoned horses. It is then the goat's turn. The goat, seeing only one creature is still out and about. Callan, it is going to charge down the mountainside and attempt to ram you, and it just barrels down, moving with breakneck speed down these extreme heights, like every hoof bit landing perfectly to catch itself, literally like a mountain goat.
What? 500 feet?
Well, it's not 500 foot like horizontally. It's just hopping down like as it goes, moving with like incredible breakneck speed. So he's actually moving about 30 foot overall. As it charges into you, Callan, and it's going to attempt to ram you. And unfortunately, this ram has advantage. Disadvantage, so it's an 8. So it tries to charge into your ram, you Callan, and you just like sidestep out of the way as you dodge. And like if that thing hit you, you were going off the fucking cliff. Like there was no two ways about it. Because the goat is going so fast, it actually probably ends up moving around you, kind of like to here and then stopping dead.
Off the cliff, maybe?
Nah, it just like stops as like just kind of like as he sidesteps, like stops itself as if it was about to have hit him, and then turns its attention back towards him and like stomps its hoof again, and that'll be its turn.
I have a question. So if I am outside the wagon, does he enter my reach? My spear?
Yeah, probably. He's kind of like next to the horses now.
Oh, well, if he enters my reach, then I'm gonna try to attack him.
Go for
Well,
it.
I must. Oh, you don't want to come to this, goat.
Oh,
I guess
fucking
it will
hell.
be. Shit damage done. It's two-handed, by the way.
That's fine. That's 11 damage. You stab into this goat and like, hey. And that will be your turn, Max, or anything? That's your turn now, Max. So that's your reaction, and now it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I don't think I have any ways about it now. Kind of like I was. Is it next to the horse? Is he?
Yes.
Okay. Max is gonna kind of like from the wagon's gonna like jump down him, like fucking impaling him with this spear. I'm sorry, goat.
Meh.
Me. Good.
First attack,
Yep, that
Well,
hits.
Josh there.
second attack,
That also hits.
and then a bonus action.
So Max, this thing comes down, you catch it on the side as it like rushes past Callan, and it turns around, getting ready to charge him again. And before it even gets a chance, you stab it twice quickly, and then crack it on the back of the head with the polearm. And Sangzor the goat dies on the hillside. And just like collapses dead.
I'm sorry, friend.
What the fuck was that thing? That's
Don't fucking-
huge.
Don't apologize to it, Max. Did you see what it tried to do to me and very nearly did?
I was about to say.
Can I do a check to know if there's like some kind of like if that was possessed, like what type of animal is this? It's just like a normal giant goat.
Max, you
Anything
kind
else?
of like hop off the wagon and take a look. Make me just a general investigation check. 17? Yeah, like you kind of like, spend a bit of time like just checking it. It's just a giant goat. Its hide is like thick. You think if you weren't using a magical weapon, it probably would have even been resistant to those attacks. It's incredibly strong and quick. Like this is probably, you would say like this could be one of the most fine specimens of like giant goat, probably maybe even like the most incredible specimen.
Pick that in.
Here's the goat.
Could you mentioned about the hide being thick, and obviously it's getting a bit snowy up this pass now because of the statues before. And I think I remember you saying about the Amber Temple needing gear.
Yeah.
Could Callan try to salvage the pelt for us to use as?
Yeah, if anyone can make a survival check to try to skin the animal, they'd like to get the
I'm
pelt.
quite used to Survivor. Maybe someone can just help me and I could try to.
If you're pretty good with it, Max, then I can help you.
Okay.
I'm also decent.
I think at that suggestion, Max, as you kind of kneel down and with Callan's help, and you begin cutting away, and it doesn't take you long to skin this thing and get the pelt clear. You feel like a sense of like accomplishment from the spear that in your hand, and it's like it's not one of like pride or one of arrogance. It's like a breath of relief.
Also, so I get 2d6 Dipper hit points as well.
Whack 'em on.
5. Yay! Well, when I think. 5.
And yeah, you can note down that you guys have Sangzor's pelt. It will obviously need treated and stuff, but you can note down you have Sangzor's pelt.
Sangzor.
Yeah.
Do we keep its meat and we can cook it later?
I'm happy to try to cut some up. Yes.
I'm pretty good with cooking.
I'm sure we could all manage to cook some goat.
I mean, like, yeah, with Max's like 19, like he can have butchered it and managed to get you some good goat steaks. And the benefit of being in such a cold environment up here on the mountainside, like it'll last a bit longer. It's like having a natural fridge.
I picked up cooking habits during my stay here and there.
Wonderful. Well, at least we won't starve immediately up here. We should keep going. I don't know if there's more of those or more of something else.
That's
You can note down that you get 8 days of perishable rations, I guess. They'll last 5 days. You keep them up in the cold in the mountains, but the second you take them away from that, they'll probably perish after a day.
I'll mark that down for the group if you want.
Yeah, because I don't think you guys have been really actively tracking rations. I think most of you have enough rations to get through the majority.
I haven't tracked. Is my point.
We haven't really used rations because you've always been eating in places and stuff, haven't we? So.
I mean, I think what it is the fact that the number of days versus the number of sessions has been a massive disconnect.
Yeah.
So it's
I think like what you have to remember is like Blue Water and obviously in Vallaki you were being fed. Back in Barovia, I think Ismark and Irina fed you in their home. You camped out. Van Richten's Tower, you wouldn't have been given rations. Argenvostolt, you wouldn't have had rations. Like, there's been a couple of instances when you've not camped in like a tavern or somewhere similar.
We went to just before Argenvostolt, we did go to the mansion, though, didn't we, to eat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. You did eat for that day. Like that, I think it's. I don't think you guys are at risk of starving to death at any point.
Yeah. Because we have a glorious feast in the mansion.
Yeah.
So
you guys kind of get back to the wagon and continue moving on, leaving the picked clean corpse of Sanghorn for the birds.
Sanghorn or Sangzor?
Sangzorn, sorry. Forgive me, it's a made-up word. Yeah,
all words
Sangzor.
Sangzor. Sangsmang.
It sounds like a word you've maybe heard like a berserker say, very similar to their kind of dialect, their like druidic dialect.
Makes it even better.
Let's see here. As you kind of approach this bridge kind of before you, you see the snowy pass comes to a gorge spanned by a stone bridge. At the end of the bridge is a 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide stone archway, atop which are 2 statues of armored knights on horseback with lances, charging towards one another. The wind bites and howls like wolves as it passes through the gorge. To the left and right, there are these guard posts, which have open archways kind of like leading inside. You can't see what's currently inside them just from your angle of approach.
Callan will offer to just kind of press forward a bit and have a look in these guard towers.
Yep, peeking in, Callan, they appear to be completely empty. And as you kind of get to around there, Callan, the mist and snow before you can just about make out in the center of the bridge. The low walls that enclose this bridge themselves actually have fallen away in a couple of places, but the bridge appears to be intact. And you see a black cloaked rider on a charcoal-colored horse guards the middle of the bridge, staring towards you.
Oh,
It's
shit.
just a flesh wound.
In the middle of the
Bridge. It's hard to make out like his features because he's got like a big like hooded cloak, and it's like the wind is like flying, like it's almost like a cape fluttering in the wind.
Out of
He's
character,
trying
that's
to-
gonna be a fucking Black Knight, innit?
Callan will update the group and just say, be on your guard, maybe hide. I'll try to talk to this creature that's in the middle. And he'll call out in greeting.
Yep.
So
the guy.
is this creature like standing like right the bridge, like where
Right in the
where-
middle of the bridge, like right there.
standing there, like not moving.
Not moving, just standing there on its horse. The horse is like, clopping its hoof and stuff uncomfortably, but the knight atop of it just doesn't seem to be moving, yeah.
It's not the same knight as I saw before, the skeleton knight, is it?
No, because the skeleton knight was riding a skeletal horse. This horse is flesh and blood, charcoal. Fur. Hair. Coat.
Yeah. All right, Callum. I'll be next to you, friend.
I will be at arm's reach.
Callan, you like call out and like you hear the wind like stealing away your voice. And you yell again louder, this time hoping for it to carry a bit further. And the figure on the horse just raises a single palm in like a symbol to stop.
We will. So Callan's going to say, we must pass here. We have business at the temple.
You
May
like
we pass?
stepping forward, or you staying?
Stepping forward slightly, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like just to there.
Yeah. As you step closer and closer, and you
with-
squint and try to get a good look at this creature, your passive perception, you see astride a black horse, the pale visage and long black hair falling from under the cloak of Strahd von Zadovich, hand outstretched before you. And as that happens, he like clicks like his heels like into the spurs of the horse, and the mane just like a lick of fire washes over it, and the hooves themselves glow with fire. And he keeps his hand just outstretched. He doesn't speak. And he looks fucking pissed.
I mean, yeah, fair. I get it.
This is it.
Kind of shat over his whole plan.
This is the father's tomb. Oh, this is the last card.
Well,
Could you imagine that we completed Curse of Strahd, we never even went to Ravenloft?
Callan's going to turn back to the group, but like keep his eye on Strahd. Kind of
Mhm.
like, hey guys, how about this? It's Strahd on his horse. I don't know if you can see back there, but what do we do? Do we?
Flash your holy symbol towards him.
Yeah, so it's a good point. Callan's going to get the holy symbol of Ravenloft out and see if there's any reaction.
Move away, you demon!
Yeah, he just holds his ground.
Are you here to give us another dinner invite?
If he is afeared of you, Callan, he does not show it.
Good secret
Oh,
insight.
so you flash the thing, and then nothing happened.
Callan's going to get within. Okay, it's going to get within. Oh no, wait.
Callum, I'm right next to you, friend.
You see
It doesn't
something
look like it on the map. Callan's
There is a
going
map.
to get 30 feet from him. 10, 20, 30 feet.
Like,
Oh fuck! I thought there's more. There's more. Oh, fuck! I was stuck like at the bottom bit of the map.
Callan's going to get his holy symbol of Ravenloft out, and he's going to use a charge because it's fully charged at the minute.
Okay.
To use hold vampires.
Beautiful. Yep.
Before he does that, is it okay if I cast Death Ward on myself?
Sure.
understandable. Have a nice day.
It's your daily dose of Death Ward.
Lux, when you use your
stats.
magical eyes, can you use it straight away? Can you see anything? Is that actually Strahd, or is he it could be an illusion?
As Lux casts Death Ward on himself, and Callan, you summon the power of the holy symbol of Ravenloft. You watch as let me see here. Strahd and his horse disperse like ash in the wind and just blow away over the edge.
Well, fuck.
Well, that's it, kids. We killed Strahd.
Thank you all for accompanying us on this journey, and we will have to depart.
And
We'll
Callan,
see you
your
next
eyes
time.
like follow off, like where the ash kind of like just like vanished to, and like trying to like place where it might go, and it just falls into the mist. And just through the mist, far below, you can see the lunar river, barely visible through the fog, at like 500 foot below you, and the bridge before you is wet and slippy and treacherous. Perhaps safer now that the foe has vanished. But
he's going to turn to Max, physically put a hand on him, and be like, Max, maybe let Seeker do the whole walking across treacherous things, given that the drop on this one is a bit more severe.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I'm carrying quite a bit of weight at me.
So have I. It's not been much of a diet you would have expected. You know, we've still been eating heartily. It's fine. I don't think anything less of you. Seeker, would you mind walking across the bridge and just being careful with your occasional flight and walking on
Yes,
walls and such?
Walk bridge. Got it. He just like
Still don't. I
walks
don't regret
over.
using Death Ward. 1 second.
Could he do a perception check to try and spot the optimal pathway to?
yeah, of course. And Lux, you called it, so it's been cast. So, but you know, you're about to maybe go to the Amber Temple.
No. I mean, I don't regret using it. At
Oh,
all.
yeah.
That's the thing. Why is he Strahd? That's getting cast.
22.
22. Yeah, like you are able to navigate a pretty safe path. Like, although like it's slick and wet, like, and the bridge is clearly old and it's like falling away in places, it's still pretty structurally sound on the whole. Like, you think you'd be fine to get the wagon across here. You're just gonna have to take it like. If you went across here at like breakneck speed on the wagon, like there's definitely a risk like a wheel could like hit a little small bit of debris and like send you careening. But like as long as you were like going at a reasonable pace, you'd be fine.
Take it slow, and you'll be fine. You'll try to walk over the rest of the bridge in case.
I think let's try to cross the bridge first before we take the wagon, and then once we know the bridge is safe.
Of course, and I'll just pop him here if possible.
Yep. Seeker, you cross over the bridge itself, and like you see this far arch, the eastern arch. The statues atop this arch have actually crumbled, and there's only the hindquarters of the horse intact. And then the mountain pass kind of continues beyond. You see it weaving off to like the front right, kind of to your southeast.
It is fine. He gives a talon up.
Then we'll carefully head across. Probably Callan and Max together on foot.
Yeah.
Just looking out for each other and then allowing Esmeralda and Lux to
take it very slow. Very, very slow.
Yeah, you guys do just that, and you make your way along, and you arrive at the far side with the wagon without difficulty. And the path lies before you to continue on.
Let's go.
Just things that's left here, is it? There's 2 little rooms here.
Yeah, same as before. The gatehouses here are empty.
Okay.
Probably once, guards might have tended them, but not anymore.
Good.
Let us head.
Espresso.
Right. Pull you back to the wider map.
Max, now's not
Feel
the
like
time to
dancing. Oh, sorry. What was that?
Max, I think your voice changed.
No, my voice never changes. What are you talking about?
Maybe it's the height.
Yes. Yes, height, yes.
You'd be quite experienced in heights, wouldn't you? Because
Yeah.
Alright, so the group leave the Tashenka Pass and continue on towards the Amber Temple. Let's see if anything makes that difficult for you.
another go.
The actual
Oh.
Strahd.
Talk about fucking shit rolls. I've rolled, like, on all the rolls to get here, I've rolled 3 17s, and it's only got encountered on an 18 or higher. You make your way around following this meandering path as you follow a small breakaway up towards the Amber Temple. As you guys are traveling along here, this place is fucking freezing. For every like hour you're exposed out here, you're going to have to be making cold weather checks. So just for the first, as you get higher and higher as you reach the Amber Temple itself, I just need a con save, please, from everyone, just to see how they fare in the
11?
I don't have my Dungeon Master's Guide at arm's reach. I've got every fucking book apart from the Dungeon Master's Guide.
I can get my one out.
Nah, it's fine. I have the Extreme Cold handout here. Yeah, so, let's see here. Extreme Cold. DC 10. Yeah, it's minus 23 degrees Celsius here to give you guys an actual idea of how fucking cold it is. Like, it is horrible. The meat that you have is very freezing as opposed to being fridged as you climb higher and higher up the mountainside. And if any of you have winter gear, then you're all right. Esmeralda unfortunately doesn't, so she will also be making the check.
Secret just like things to meet. You like
I just have my studded leather and my little cloak, little fur cloak.
You all kind of like brace yourself, being the first exposure here, but like you don't let the chill get into your bones just yet, as you continue up into the Balantok Mountains along Mount Gacchus. And yeah, the road fades away under a covering of snow, but it takes you far enough to see the facade of some kind of temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 foot high and has 6 alcoves, each containing 20-foot tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber and depicts a faceless, hooded figure. Its hands are pressed together in a gesture of prayer, and between the two innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway with a staircase leading down. You see, piled up, on either side of this archway, are these large mounds of snow, where obviously an avalanche had probably once cascaded down here, and sat just outside the temple itself, a small fire crackles outside the front of a fur-topped, like canvas tent, and you hear the like small pops and crackles of the fire itself coming from that direction.
Seems somebody's here.
Yes, should we approach quietly to see if they are friendly? Perhaps it could be more Weir Ravens. It could be perhaps more of the wild men. It could be.
Could try. I am good at sneaking.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, let's send Seeker. You go on your own. And best of luck.
I will try.
We're all counting on you. He's gonna cast guidance on Seeker and give him a bardic.
Nice.
Hey. He's gonna do a stealth check.
Go for it.
Guidance.
Yes, but you might want to save it with a 21. You might
Oh
want to
wait, oh! I thought you have to. I thought you have to use the guidance.
Last
No,
minute.
You can do it after you've rolled, or you can decide whether to apply it to.
He'll keep both of them then. Sorry.
Cool, no, that's fine. Yeah,
I'll
so
keep the roll the 2 if I use it though.
Lovely. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Then let me bring you down here. It is, although it is like, late afternoon, it's probably around like 4:30, 5 in the afternoon, you're not quite sure. The night, it's like rushes up even higher. The higher up you are, kind of among the clouds as well now, with the mist and snow, it's almost dark here. So you're kind of limited in your actual light source and glow. So I've just set you up like that. Because the second you go to the temple, it's going to be dark, so...
Yeah, when that happens, I'll just cast the light cantrip on my staff.
Beautiful. Then I will mark that down for you. What's the, is that 40, 20 foot and 20 foot, isn't it?
I just refreshed it. Yeah, let me put it in now, just so you got it. There you go.
Remember,
20
look,
foot by
if we're trying to be quiet, let's let Seeker do his thing. I can see around us.
God.
Yeah.
Seeker will try moving forward to wherever he saw the tent.
Beautiful.
Quietly.
That's even too much. I think it's just that. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, 20 foot radius and then dim lights. That's kind of what you're dealing with there. Seeker, you kind of start moving forward. Seeker, you don't have a dark vision, do you? It's like kind of moving through this like thing. You could see this like crackle of the tent kind of up ahead there. And as you kind of approach, although this figure wouldn't hear you approaching, you probably get a little glimpse. There appears to be some sort of humanoid figure inside the tent, just like on the edge, like, and they seem to be cooking something over the fire, like poked on like a sort of like sharp implement, probably like on a dagger, like a cut of meat. You think by the smell as you kind of get a bit closer. You can just about make them out from like the light of the cantrip and the light of the fire itself up ahead of you.
Need your perk check to see like if he can see something.
Sure.
I'm gonna use the guidance on this.
Go for it.
Never mind, I get a nat.
It'd be a disadvantage if it's dim
Oh,
light.
it is?
No, it'd be bright light from the fire. Because
Oh,
he's
God,
he's
yeah.
in front of a fire. I just haven't
Got
put
it,
the
yeah.
fire on the map because it's not traditionally here. Yeah, Seeker, I mean, you recognize this figure. You catch a glimpse of him. It's the Dusk Elf from the Vistani camp back near Valaki. Casimir, you think his name was. And he'd expressed interest in going to the Amber Temple to try to help him save his sister, who is being like held in Castle Ravenloft. Or he was trying to avenge Strahd, I think. I can't remember what his fucking reasoning was.
We all remember all about.
We all remember
Casimir
in character.
fella, right? Yeah. I totally hadn't forgotten about him completely.
He told you that he knew that to truly defeat Strahd, you had to go to the Amber Temple, and he wanted to avenge his sister who had been who Strahd had killed.
I've got it here. No.
Seeker will silent return and tell the party where he's gone. I'll be right back 5 minutes.
How did he get here so fast and before us?
I mean, he did meet you several days ago and said he was going to go there if you didn't show up to come with him. So
Yes.
Oh, it's true.
That was before Kresik, if you recall.
yeah, it was the ages
Before
ago.
Mordenkainen and yes, the hill,
Before we took before we
And-
down,
the den.
Fix
and
the
before we
alignment
went to
of his castles.
Argonlost, return his skull.
Yep, it's been a while.
So Seeker will return and tell us that. And
Yeah,
be
he
like,
passes on the message.
we have to treat this man as an ally. I'm sure he'll understand us, getting caught up with everything that we were here to do. We even planned for the event that we weren't able to return to his camp to get him. Allow me to do the talking and let's go and greet him, but keep your eyes open, everyone, just in case there are other creatures, factors that we haven't seen yet. And Callum will start walking up to him, not stealthy.
Cool. You approach the snow kind of crunching under your boot, and he kind of like rises, comes out of the tent. He's like, "How goes there? I see you, my friend. It is good to see you. I was worried you were not going to come. I was getting ready to go in myself tomorrow if you had not shown up by then."
Yes, we got somewhat waylaid on our journey. We've achieved some things. We've retrieved some things that will help us in our quest against Strahd. My only regret is that we weren't able to meet you at your camp to take this journey together. But I'm glad that we've managed to catch you before going inside.
Do not worry. I'm sure there were many threats that the devil threw forward for you. It is
Killed
fine.
a giant dragon.
Yes. As my friend Lux here says, we managed to slay the dragon that Strahd had been using to terrorize certain corners of this land.
Dragon. I had not seen that any such thing. I did not know he had such power.
Can I insight that? Because that's a big dragon that's
Sure.
flying around.
Yeah, can I insight him as well, please?
Yeah, go for it.
Insight.
16, 17? I mean, he seems surprised, but like, he believes you guys, but you also believe that he maybe just hadn't seen the dragon.
Would that strike us as odd, given the size of it, and I suppose the activity of it has been more recently, hasn't it? Rather than.
I mean, you would know that you'd be
dragon.
traveling along Tashenka Pass to your north between mountains. He wouldn't have even seen the valley.
Cool. Yep. No. So plausible enough. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Callan will, I suppose, walk over and ask to join him around his campfire to keep warm.
Of course, I have only a little bit of more space in the tent for one other. I was just camping out here. I'm rested and ready to get inside. Perhaps we're better getting in soon, rather than staying out here in the cold. I don't think it's much warmer in there, though. I had a small look in, but it's dark, and I heard things moving around in there. I figured best to wait.
Yes. Although we have been on the road for some time today, many of us are rested enough to at least consider that. And he'll look around to everyone, noting what Esmeralda said earlier about her something hit dice. But everybody else probably going to be okay.
We're talking. I'll probably just put a campfire right next to me just to keep me warm.
Yeah. It definitely helps. Definitely helps.
So not campfire, bonfire. Yeah.
Play Watch My Church 5th edition. Yeah. So with the double campfire, well, one campfire, one bonfire around, he'll go, Lux, how would you feel about going inside tonight and seeing if we can secure somewhere inside that might be a bit safer and a bit warmer, at least sheltered from the elements somewhat.
Yeah, we can do it. I just want to, go back to thingy.
Yes, I thought I was going to have to do a bit of excavating, but seems like someone beat me to it. Someone had cleared away the snow in front of the entrance.
Was that you?
No, I brought a shovel to do so, but by the time I arrived, it has already been done. Perhaps something left, or something dug in. Either way, it doesn't bode well.
Indeed. It's either inhabited or somebody's beaten us to it, or whatever it is that's had greater motivation to visit here is still waiting for us. Max, how would you feel about heading inside tonight?
Whatever the party would do, yeah, I think we should all go in tonight.
No, but you personally, with your resources, with your health, how do you feel?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I still got resources. I still got a few giant mites left in me. I haven't used the resources.
I'm gonna whisper to Max. I'm like, hey, I know my angel sometimes talks to me, but since you're close to this temple, is that weird man, dark entity talking to you now?
He said that we'll find answers in here.
Oh, but does he not talk to you like my angel?
No, he doesn't talk to me. I just spoke to him once when I died and came back.
Oh, okay.
Passive perceptions, Lux and Callan, you would hear the sound of footsteps trudging up the snow behind you. Not making any have to be stealthy, but you'd be the first ones to pick them up.
he would tap those who he knew had dark vision. I think I'm the only one in the party with dark vision. Esmeralda, she's Vistani.
She's Vistani. There's a lantern on her wagon that she would have lit when it started to get dark, but yeah, she can't see. She's just human, effectively.
Cool. I didn't know what it came under.
Yeah, effectively human.
I will tell. In that case, I'll tell the rest of the party. Shh. Footsteps behind, and he'll look into the gloom to see what he can see with his 60-foot dark vision.
Yeah, of course. Kind of like following up behind you, probably just about entering your vision, Callan. Like literally just on the cusp. You would see quite a tall, like figure. And you see his like slick back hair, and he wears like a big fur-lined kind of like cloak to keep himself warm. Long black hair, pointed ears, and a similar kind of like color of skin to Casimir. And he calls out and goes like, "Ah, I figured someone was going to follow you up here, traitor." And he'll turn to you guys and be like, "Do you know what this man did? I bet you he has filled his head with lies." "What are you doing here, Rahedin?" Casimir calls out. "You have no business here. I have just as much business as you. After you stoned our sister to death. It was the only way to keep her safe from him. You knew that. We knew the pain and the risks. And she is gone, Casimir. We do not need to bring her back. Let her lie in peace. But the dreams, she plagues my dreams, brother." And then he'll turn to probably the closest one, maybe Callan or Lux in the back, and be like, "This man is sick. He killed our sister, and in doing so, he doomed our race. Whatever you do, I would not help him."
You could insight that.
Sure.
See for what it is.
Can I insight as well, please?
Yeah, you can be the second one. That'll be your 2 insight checks.
Yep.
26, Lux. Yeah, Lux, this new figure seems to be telling the honest truth. He thinks Casimir's insane, and he seems to genuinely believe Casimir stoned the sister to death.
Meanwhile, Callum would be turning to Casimir and be like, Is this true, what he's saying?"
"Strahd killed my sister. He left us no choice. If we let her live, he would have turned her into a vampire. It had to be done. He is a murderer!"
It was a mercy killing of sorts. Then. Is
The
that right?
man thinks he's telling the truth if he is telling the truth. I'm
She
quite good
didn't
at reading
ask to
people.
die, but if we didn't do it, she said she wanted it. We could not let that happen, not to our sister.
And you stoned her to death.
I am not proud of what I did, but
Was
it
there
left me
another
no choice.
Is that like a simple way of getting it done? Stoning someone to death.
Max,
That
I don't
sounds cruel
think
to me.
I don't think it's the methodology that is the issue here. I think it's the fact that it happened.
What I'm saying is, if you really cared about a sister, you would have done it in an easier and merciful way, instead of just stoning someone to death. That's what you do with
Max,
criminals.
I understand, but killing is killing, murder is murder. You do understand? Well, I'm not here to debate the ethics on which method of killing, be it a mercy killing or a murder, is best. We need to focus on the issue here. Casimir, and I'm sorry, what was your name to the other
I am
guy?
Rahedin.
Is that Rahedin or Vrahedin?
Didn't we hear his,
Rahedin.
didn't we hear his name before? Somewhere?
Hello?
Also, what did I miss?
Can I do intelligence check or something?
I legitimately don't know if you've heard the name before. I legitimately don't know.
I
Okay.
don't recognize it.
It's-
Lux is pretty good with
it's
notes,
not-
so if he knows, then
it's-
sure.
It's not in my notes.
So
Okay, then.
I make notes of
Kaz was
everything.
Sounds-
so
Like
Kaz
every
must-
session, I make notes.
I don't know where you left us, Kaz.
I left 5 minutes ago.
I know, like, what had
Yeah.
happened.
Basically, he returned the secret and told you what he saw.
That was it, yeah. So we approached the Casimir guy, and invited around the campfire. He was going to be planning on going inside. We were talking a bit about that. Footsteps from behind, and it's this Rahadin guy, another one of the Dusk Elves in appearance, but a bit younger, and they're talking about how Casimir stoned his daughter? Sister.
Sister.
Yeah.
They've called each other brother.
So-
And he's called Casimir a murderer. He seems very he's very upset with Casimir's being here or general presence.
Callum will try to be like peacekeeper here a little bit. He will turn to. He's going to turn to Casimir and ask him why he's here. He's going to turn to Rahadin and ask him why he's here.
I have told you. If I come here, I can restore my sister to life. She told me there was a way in the temple. I just need to find it. That is why I asked you to help me search. And Rahadin will say, "Do not listen to this murderer. I do not know what he hungers for. But if it was our sister's life that he cared about, he would not have taken it away from her so violently and brutally."
Rahadin, that explains why you are disapproving of his presence here, but why are you here? You've clearly not made the journey in vain. You must be here
That's a
to
good question.
accomplish something.
It's a very good question.
I have seen Casimir come here many times. He comes once every month, maybe 2, scouts the place out, warms his toes a little, but he always scurries out tail between his legs. If he goes in there and he finds something or whatever he's looking for, I don't want to see my sister risen as some undead monster. Not at his hand. I came whenever I heard that he'd requested help from strangers from the other Dusk Elves.
So you're here to stop him. Is that correct?
Indeed. My business does not concern you. I was waiting back at the guard tower at the Toshinka Pass to see if anyone was coming. Whenever you went past, I followed you on foot.
What's
Pretty
the
well.
wrong with that?
Casimir, if we can talk candidly, we have had experiences in our short time here, far shorter than the time that you've spent here, and we have had experiences with forces beyond those which we could previously have imagined. They're called the Dark Powers. We are here to find out more about them. We're here on an information gathering mission of sorts before we consider approaching Strahd directly. But and he's going to turn to Max and be like, this man, this halfling, came here as a Leonin, a lion man. The Dark Powers brought him back when he should have died. Now, that was as part of a deal that I don't even want to consider. And Max, could you share some of your experience and how these powers are not necessarily anything to be messed
I
with?
mean, look at his teeth, for crying out loud. I mean, that's not good enough, is it?
I mean,
this-
the lack of them.
This entity, I am not sure either exactly what is what. I could feel it. I know it's an evil power. It's probably even greater than Strahd himself. For some reason,
My sister reached out of a power. She called it Zudon. He can raise the ancient dead, even centuries, years, without even all he needs is a body.
Who says this?
This is Casimir.
Yes.
I do not
for some
care if
reason-
my teeth fall out or I turn into something different, but it will restore her.
But
You say all it needs is a body, but whose body? Your sister's body?
Yes, hers. If
Where-
what she
where's
has
her
told
body?
me is true,
Where does
Where-
she
where-
lay?
she lies in
who-
Castle Ravenloft. That would be my next stop. You see? This murderer has lost his mad. The guilt has
What-
turned him insane.
And it'd be better to get the body first.
I'll go look at Callum. It's like, Callum, Also, remember we but I said it's like quite like in a low tone, so I don't want them to hear.
Mhm.
It's like, remember we also came here to look at your way of returning Ismark, but only if it's not going to turn him into a monster.
Mac,
So
we
I
came
so
here, we
so
came
I
here
have
for
this
information, not
Yeah.
for a deal. We purely need to understand what laws, if any, govern this place, what powers govern this place, and only then would we consider anything
yes.
of the sort.
So that's what I mean.
To be clear, Max, we are not here to bring Ismark back. We are here to understand what binds this place together. You do understand,
thought-
yes?
I
I
do
thought
understand this,
we-
but what if there's a chance of bringing him back?
I thought we agreed to go to the church to resurrect him, not here.
I don't know, but what I mean is, if whatever lies in here is evil, which probably likely is,
Don't forget,
Yeah,
Max. With the
we shouldn't be
journal
dealing
we
with it.
have, with the journal we have read, that we know this dark power as the reason why Strahd is now the lord of this domain.
yeah. Also, this power wants to get rid of Strahd.
Dead people.
Yes, we
That
know
was
that.
one of the conditions he put me
Yes.
back to.
Don't forget,
the land of
he
the
is the
living.
reason. He's the reason why Strahd is the way he is now too.
We're talking as though this is one power. There may very well be, much as though, much like there are many deities that reign over the worlds that we live in, there are quite likely to be several powers, particularly if they conflict in the way that you're talking of raising Strahd to power but also wanting him defeated. If one of the dark powers could put Strahd in this position to give him sole dominion over this land, then if that same power was the one that brought you back, Max, to defeat him, that would be a very contradictory.
That's why I'm confused myself. He wants us to get rid of Strahd,
I
but
would-
he was also the one that gave the power to Strahd. So there is
are
something that we
multiple.
don't quite fit in correctly, and I
Maybe
think the answer
Strahd-
lies in there.
Hang on,
Maybe Strahd growing too powerful.
I think Casmus is wanting to talk.
No,
but
it's fine.
he's in quiet mode because it's late.
There are multiple powers, Max. As said, one wants Strahd dead, one wants him alive, other wants sandwiches for all I care.
Yes, it's certainly not straightforward, and he'll turn to the two dusk elves and be like, apologies for this. I thought we'd had this discussion previously. But Casimir, please
Opal's not
don't-
always here.
Yeah, no, he's got his headphones.
I can always listen.
Yeah, he just toggles his mute for when he needs to go for a dehydration and a rehydration. Still with the ring pulls on.
Yeah.
Classy bird. Yeah, so he's going to turn to Casimir and be like, I implore you to tread with caution. The disagreement that you two have, we do not want any part in it. We do not want to take sides in a story that we only know part of the history and the facts and the reasoning. I would implore you, Casimir, to be very careful with any deals that you decide to try to take inside this place, because it will corrupt your body, perhaps, your mind, almost certainly, and your soul, most definitely. Max here is not the same since he was changed. Max, I've noticed in your demeanor you have become, at times, very emotional against your training. You've been driven by desires that have pushed you seemingly beyond your limit, and I fear for what this has done to you that you yourself have not yet recognized and acknowledged.
I don't know either, my friend, but since I came back, I just haven't been myself. I am Max, but my traits have changed for some reason. I don't know.
Dead
Indeed.
things are
I
best left
guess. Well, I
alone.
just my main mission is to go in there and find some answers for everything. Whatever these two have between them is their business. If they can help us get in there and find information we need, then be it. If they can't, then we just have to head in ourselves. I don't think we should get involved with their business.
At this point, Casimir probably would have like stood up from like his fire in his tent, and you can see he like is like looking from his brother to like the door behind him as if like weighing up his options. And I think kind of seeing that, Casimir probably would like lift up his hands. I think one of you probably see he has like a wand in his hand, like just like not like pointed but like ready to go. And I think you would watch Rahadin like moves his arm down to a scimitar on his side and just puts his hand on the hilt, like in a very much a, like, if you go for that door, I'm going to hunt you down and kill you kind of thing. And a very much a, if you follow me, I'm going to like it's like getting tense. But they're not interested. They have no qualms about you guys. I think Casimir looks to you for like support, like help me, and like, but Rahadin is just like fixed on his brother, just like, you know, but like not acting or doing anything unless Casimir does. It's very much a stand up.
And just to be clear, like this here is like it's completely open. Everybody just go inside.
Yeah.
It's an archway that descends down.
Okay.
Secret doesn't really care.
Callum, I think just let us do the business, and I think you should just make our way inside. We're just wasting time in here with these two.
I agree. Casimir, I will give you one piece of advice as we part ways here. If you come inside this temple with your brother here, hot on your heels and seemingly very determined, I see the best case outcome for you being that you die inside this temple. All other outcomes that I can see will only be worse. And please do not underestimate the gravity of those words. We've had experiences with these dark powers. We have so much information that we have yet to learn. And it seems as though in your plan to bring your sister back, you don't have her body. You don't even know if you can have a deal. I understand your desperation, but please do not come here just to die. And with that, Callum will start walking towards the door.
Cool. Yeah, he takes like a deep breath in the brevity situation. You start moving over there. Esmeralda will have taken this one. Once she realized it wasn't a threat to you guys, she'll have pulled the wagon up like somewhere to the left-hand side, a bit clear. Hitched it up with its usual traps and things. Probably doing it just far away enough from the Dusk Elves to like avoid being spotted when she slips out the bottom. To try to preserve the secret of the wagon. And then she'll follow after Callan, leaving the two out here.
I don't know if you want me to explicitly state it, but I was trying to use persuasion on Casimir to not go inside.
Yeah, just do me a general position just to see how he responds. I think that the actual way you said it and stuff, I wasn't necessarily going to even require a check. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's definitely like, you've definitely made him like reconsider, and you notice he's not like in that I'm about to run stance anymore. He's definitely thinking, a lot of thinking.
Cool. Yeah, Callum will try and encourage the others inside, trying to make sure that we are as battle ready as we could possibly be, even without the interference from Casimir and Rahadin. I need to write that one down. Because that could quite easily distract us and we end up walking straight into an ambush or whatever.
Yeah, I think from like 30 foot away, Callan, as you're kind of like moving away from the current standing towards the archway, I think Rahadin like would probably catch your eye as you go, and sort of gives you like a thankful like nod, like he's a I think even Max would tell he's a military man. This individual has been trained to fight, but I think even you could tell like he didn't want to have to do anything here that he like was going to result in a lot of death. But yeah, it's something like a nod of like respect. And yeah,
I don't know if it's just me, but I think
you're
because you're talking low, it's really difficult to pick up on the microphone. So like, it maybe doesn't. Yeah, that's a bit better. But I just mean like, when you're talking quietly, sometimes it doesn't need a minimum threshold to come through, so it just kind of drops in and out.
Or wait, I'll lower my settings.
all right.
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Alrighty. As you pass through the archway, you see icy steps descend 10 foot into a time-ravaged hallway with arrow slits in the walls, and then beyond you, you just see this like vast sepulchral darkness.
Into the unknown we go.
Callan would want to use, excuse me, minor illusion, to mimic Max walking past, because Max can very much fit into a 5-foot cube, no offense. To see specifically like at the arrow slits. Obviously, it can't move. But perhaps he'll talk to Lux for a moment beforehand and be like, Lux, could you maybe create an illusion of footsteps or something similar?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
So simultaneously, we'll kind of do that so that if there's anything at the arrow
I'm
slits.
so assuming it's dark inside is all right.
It's dark in here. There's no lights.
Fine, I'm gonna bring a torch.
We've got Lux with light on his shield, I believe.
On his staff.
On his staff, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he?
If he
I
had a
wish I
shield,
could
he might
see.
actually have some AC. Yeah, so we've got 20 foot of bright light, 20 foot of dim light.
Yeah, as long as you stick together, you'll be fine. Do you want to light one yourself, Max, as well? So you have like 2 light sources? Or...
I'll be fine for now.
Alrighty. Yeah, beautiful. So you like summon the illusions together, and like you kind of have the illusion of like, although it's only a 5-foot like cube illusion, like you kind of like can place it there like as if it like just appears, and nothing attacks it or no arrows fly out or anything of the sort.
Cool. Then yeah, we'd probably press on, but see if we can take a little peek in the.
Before they do that, I'm just gonna cast tip magic as well while we're walking in, just to see.
Beautiful.
Good
Yeah.
job.
As you're like walking in, I think you would see Casimir has a ring that appears to be magical. It would be enchantment magic that his ring has. But I don't think you'd be close enough to Rahadin to pick up on anything.
Is it falling now? Or is it still outside?
He's still staying by the fire and the tent, but like he's like
Oh, okay.
he's weighing up his options. Like if Rahadin probably wasn't here, he probably would have followed you guys in or come in with you. But yeah, definitely the appearance of Rahadin is given him issues, and without support from you guys, he can't handle that issue. Like not on his own.
Before we head through, sorry, you mentioned obviously that previously this place had to be excavated, presumably from snow and ice.
Yeah.
Could we have a look at the ground and see if there's any tracks that I might be able to detect?
Yeah, if you want to do a investigation check or a survival check, I'll permit either of those because you're not really like in the wilderness anymore. Yeah, looking around, I mean, like there's obvious signs that someone has traipsed, snow and stuff into here. Like you can see like that, or maybe it's just the wind has like blown it in. But there's probably like old like snow footprints, I guess, like not in the snow, but as if like they were in the treads of someone's boot or shoe, and as they've like stepped, it's fallen out and like remained there. Because it's so cold, it's not melted, it's just persisted and turned almost like hard and icy. And it's kind of goes in, and it probably goes to the right and down. And I think with a 20, Callan, you would say that whoever has been like walking this route, it seems like they've done it several times. Quite a well trodden routine, you think?
Cool.
Like a patrol, perhaps? You're not sure.
Yeah. Something's been passing through here, possibly quite regularly. You see the snow on the ground. It goes that way. It looks fairly determined in the way it's gone. This place is possibly inhabited. One or more things, I'm not sure. But let's be on our guard. And if we can walk quietly and not draw attention to ourselves, then we most certainly should. And Callum will kind of start treading lightly.
Seeker will also like Lightfoot.
Beautiful. Yeah, you
Do
start.
we want to roll stealth checks?
Yeah, if you want to be stealthy, this is the time.
Gotcha.
Roll it.
I'm not good at these.
Would Seeker still have his inspiration?
Yeah, it would probably
Should
been
have.
about 10 minutes, so...
So it would be 18 for Seeker. Dwarf.
It's an average of 14. Alrighty. You creep down and forward. You kind of find yourself on an overlook. A 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with shattered railing overlooks a vast temple. Black marble staircases at each end of the balcony descend into the temple floor below, about 30 foot down, and the vaulted ceiling above is 30 foot high. The walls and ceiling are covered in an amber glaze, lending the gloom a golden sheen. A set of amber doors stands closed at the west, at the end of the balcony, and a similar pair stands open to the east. You can just squint and just make it out with your dark vision. With your passive perception, Callan, I don't know if you can actually make it out, but there are arrow slits like up here and also over here. But they are technically just within your vision and reach.
Yeah, I can also see something there. I don't know what it is or if I'm supposed to, but yeah, just to make
It's
you
fine.
aware.
Yeah, no, it's just tokens that have been placed.
Super. Then Callan will suggest exploring this open door over here.
Agreed.
The tracks I saw look to go this way, and he'll kind of point to the right hand stairs. If possible, we should try to clear out things as we go, like we did in the in Argynvost Holt, so that we don't get crept upon from behind, perhaps.
About it. Do you want me to approach the door first? And
No, let's go together. If we get into a fight, we get into a fight.
very
I don't
well.
I don't want to split up, not with these things around.
We are heading here.
Head to the door, yeah, if possible. I don't know if DM's got other ideas.
Door on the left or door on the right?
Right.
Open door on the right.
This
Beautiful. So Callan and Seeker are leading off.
Yeah,
Okay.
same formation as before. So Callan and in fact, to be fair, it'd
Callan
probably
and
be
Max would be
Max and Callan up front, Seeker and Lux in the middle row, and then or Seeker at the back maybe.
Yeah, Secret at the back as usual.
Seeker
Yes,
at the
yeah.
back, and then Esmeralda and Lux. Yeah.
He has the movement speed.
Yep. Alrighty. So you kind of move forward.
I would be using Sunsword for light as well, just
Perfect.
to kind of double down on that.
What's the Sun Sword's light radius? I'll update it for you.
Just checking.
Pretty sure it's 20 and 20, isn't it?
Da, 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 da. It doesn't say on the main bit. 1 second.
That's fine. It'll probably be on the. I think it's 20 and 20, same as the torch. It might be up to 30 and 30, but either way, I mean, your dark vision will illuminate whatever it doesn't. It's just more to give you color where you're looking. But yes, as you kind of move towards the door, this room is. There we go. I'll move you all the way in. This room is featureless except for a rough-edged, 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor to the east, and empty torch sconces along the walls. Double doors of amber stand open to the north and to the west where you've just come through. A single closed door lies just south of the doors you've entered through to here.
The light, by the way, is 15 foot bright, 15 foot dim, but I can, as an action, extend it out to be up to 30 feet.
Sure. How bright would you like it to be?
Damn, break like a diamond.
Should we push it to 30 feet?
I
That
think
would
we
mean that
should
your other allies would have, almost similar views as what you have.
Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't want them. Yeah, let's do that.
I think it'd be best to have the best vision we can get, really.
Yes, I agree.
Max,
So this thing here, sorry, I missed the description.
It is a 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor with empty torch sconces on the walls.
Can Callan have a peek in?
Sure. Yeah, Callan, you look down, kind of looming over there. Down below you, you see a floor of red marble It probably lies about. I'm just trying to see if there's actually an actual distance here. It kind of descends about come on. Yeah, it descends about 30 foot down to that red marble floor. And as you're peering down, you can't really see much else than that. But there's a glow of like green light kind of washing over that red, as you're kind of like sneaking along, peering down.
Cool. He'll head back to the party and just be like, there's some green light on a red floor, 30 feet down. Doesn't look safe to traverse. We should explore somewhere else.
I would say that like the actual tunnel itself, there's like handholds and things. You could
Okay.
you could climb down it if you wished. It just would
would-
be a bit difficult.
Let's clear this floor first.
Yes. Let's do the south doors first, then the northern ones.
Oh, yeah, I did spot those. Is that those ones there?
There's a
Yes.
single door there, and then there's double doors to the north.
We'll check out the single door here. That'll probably lead back to the arrow slits if we think about it.
Yeah, if you open that one up, I'll put just Cal in there so you guys can just see. Didn't let you. You see shattered bits of wood cover the floor of this frigid 20-foot square room. There are no other doors leading out apart from the one you came in.
Could I have a guess as to what the intended purpose of this room is or was?
You could make me an investigation check at disadvantage to try to work out what this wood might be, because it is, like I said, it's shattered and splintered.
Yeah. Can Seeker give help action?
Sure, so it'd be an 18 anyway.
Yeah.
An 18? I mean, the wood, it wasn't like firewood to be burned. This was probably like furniture once upon a time, but like it has been fucking someone smashed this shit to bits.
Okay, cool. So storage of some kind. It looks like it's been ransacked or
Yeah.
otherwise destroyed. Yeah, got it.
I wonder if I can turn on
so-
explore mode for you guys.
Oh, for the legacy view.
Yeah, that might help you just kind of keep track of where you've seen before, maybe. Let me just move Callan around a little bit just so you guys get a rough idea. There you go.
Cool.
Just so you can see where things overlap and stuff. Alright. So, yeah, you got the double doors to your north. I assume that's where you're planning on heading next?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Alrighty. Same formation, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah. If you need us to re-roll stealth checks, then obviously just let us.
I mean, only if you guys do something like noticeably loud. Like, I'll need that, but you know. I'm assuming with your stealth checks, like, although you're speaking at normal volume, I'm assuming you're whispering to each other, like, should we have the light bit or small? Like, things like that.
Yeah. Nobody wants to. You don't want four chasmists just being like.
What is this again? This thing here. What's this again? Sorry.
Understanding
It's a
of
10-foot wide, 30-foot deep hole that Callan looked down and says it went down to. You see a green glow at the bottom, and like a red marble floor, and there's like handholds and stuff. You could climb down
green
it. If you
glow?
wanted. Yeah, green glow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Cool.
You know what,
Cool.
Quick question: if I do this, do you hear me better?
Sounds
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Uh, saying that actually, sorry, with the green
So,
glow.
so we have three. No, you have two of the red green gems, right?
You have two currently, yeah.
You got two.
And
And they said it was three.
Yes,
No, but the other ones, they've got the
Yeah.
third one.
they have the
Oh,
third.
no, yeah, they do. Okay, they've got a third one.
Sorry, with the green glow, sorry, do you mind if I stick my head down? Well, check down there with detect magic.
Sure, you've done detect magic. Nothing you can see with your line of sight bothers you.
Okay. I'll probably like have it up while we're going through rooms.
As you're walking
Oh,
in
yeah.
this upper east hall, glazed amber covers the walls. This 20-foot wide, 70-foot long, arched corridor. The amber doors at both ends of the hall stand open, and there's a closed door in the middle of the east wall, and 3 arrow slits are cut into the wall across from it. Cracks in the black marble floor run the length of the hall.
Nice.
There are cracks in the floor. Seeker, would you mind?
Yes. Yes. Cracks, floor, me explore. And he heads forward.
Yep, so Seeker, you start like maneuvering yourself forward.
It would be like across the cracks. and
Yep.
try to go here.
Totally fine.
You know,
Gives
it's the one time we're not going to check him is when the thing's going to happen.
He gives a talon up and he'll try and open this door after everybody joins him.
Is that a door or is it a...
Yeah, it's a door on the right.
Yep, cool. Yeah, we'll go in normal formation, so Callan and Max first.
Sure thing.
Is this just one door, yeah? In
A
whole-
single door on the right. Yeah.
And these are the hour slits. It's okay.
Step in.
Oh,
Oh. Okay.
So this room that you've entered
Mm-hmm.
is a brightly lit by red copper lanthorns that hang down from the ceiling. The walls are sheathed in amber that has been carved into bas reliefs of wizards with spellbooks. Stairs to the north and south descend 20 foot to an obsidian lecture, behind which a slab of black slate hangs from chains. Between the stairs are descending rows of marble benches. Callan and Lux would spot, hiding behind the lectern, there is a human man. And it looks like he's like, been injured. His clothing is like burnt and tattered, and he's like kind of squatting down there, out of sight. Like, well, trying to at least be. He looks like he's hiding.
Callan's gonna kind of wave and point to the man to hopefully gesticulate that there's somebody there, and he will get Max to head up the north stairs. He will head down the south stairs, with probably Lux behind him.
does this man look like? How does he look? Like, does he look like a normal person? Does he look undead? Does he look like
He looks
like
human.
red clothes?
Looks like a human that's been beat up a bit.
Yeah.
Does he have like what's he wearing? Can we see what he's wearing?
Yeah, I'll get him for you. Let me just get his hand out. Ignore his closet because you guys wouldn't see that yet. But he's like covered in burn marks and.
Oh, interesting.
Callan, after getting to probably here, sneaking down the stairs, so that he's within reach of running at him if needed, he would call out to the man and be like, we can see you, what's your name?
No, you don't see me. I'm fine. It's. I don't want to be here. Come on, man. Let's chill.
Come on, man.
We're not here to pick a fight. We're here looking for information. We have no quarrel with you.
Terrible fucking idea, man. My master and me, he dragged me here looking for information. Dickhead, man. Absolute fucking dickhead. Fuck this place. Fuck Barovia. Fuck Strahd. I said that, bitch. Come on, try me, motherfucker. I'm ready. Oh, God. Oh, man, this is fucking hell, man. Don't just leave. Just run away. It's, honestly, fuck anyone who came here. Anyone who made you come here, fuck them as well. Like, fuck me, man. This shit is fucked up. I got fucked. Look at me. Look, I've lost half my hair has been burned off. Ah, fuck. Oh,
Hey, Mac. Fuck you.
No, Lux, we're not.
Damn it, watch your language, son. Fuck.
As a bard speaking, let's not have any fucking going on, okay? No, fuck him, fuck you, fuck
You
nobody.
gotta say fuck you to the person who made you come here, and we're here because Max wants to be here.
yeah, fuck that,
fuck
man,
you,
man.
Max.
When you say, stranger, when you say here, do you mean this temple or do you mean this land?
Kind of both. Mainly the temple, man.
Okay, I can understand the sentiment there, especially for the both thing. You mentioned your master. Who's he?
Jakarian, Archmage, maybe you heard of him? Fucking real big deal? No? Fucking burnt to ash now anyway, who gives a fuck? His spells didn't mean jack shit, apparently, and now he's just left me here to fucking die. Prick.
Okay, just out of character, I'm saying it. I'm gutted that we lost this mark, but I found my new favourite NPC. Back in character.
It's like a stoner fucking surfer.
Listen, my name's Callan. What's your name?
Vilnius, man. Look, have the skulls attacked you yet?
Skull?
Not yet. We have been so far unfucked with on our way in here.
Hey,
That's-
I'm Lux.
Count yourself fucking lucky, man. They shoot like fire out of their fucking mouths, and they're already made of fire. They just fucking destroyed him, man. And me, like, look at me, man. Oh god.
I can heal you. You're hurt.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's been generally genuine
Yeah.
so far?
I'd also do one.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, yeah, he seems fairly genuine. He seems. I think you think he holds a lot of resentment for his now dead
No shit.
master who made him
Pick up
come
on that
here.
one.
I think you would even see like a very weird like it's almost like a Lux Mordenkainen kind of like vibe maybe you get as well. Like a powerful mage goes to a forbidden land looking for knowledge, and then like, you know, his like student comes and gets fucked over horribly. There's definitely like a weird parallel there.
Why does this
Wow.
seem really familiar?
Probably because it is. Anyway, Vilnius. So, if you need healing, we can help you out for now. Is your plan to just hide here, or do you have something else?
Oh fuck, here it comes. Close the door. Close the door. And Esmeralda just like slams the door shut, and you hear just like these heavy footfalls of something walking from like from above all the way down to here, and then like silence.
What the fuck was that, Esmeralda?
I don't know, but it sounded big. That's the fucking Amber Golem, man. That it fucks me up, man. Sometimes I get lucky, it steps on a rat, and I just eat it, you know, like, but it's few and far between. Like, oh, I've been here for like 4 days. Do you have any food?
We do.
Yeah, I'll have some. Yeah, just please. Come on, give it over.
Do you know,
give me the
do you
food.
know
will.
your... Sorry, go on. Go, Callum.
Callan will get some of the perishable rations, and probably what he's going to do, if possible, he's going to use his sun sword, a bit like a is it hibachi chef?
Yeah.
That's like sear a bit off,
Skewers.
like, just to like lightly sear it on the outside so that it's not just actively bleeding.
Yeah.
But and he'll say, I understand. Well, this is from a giant goat, which is probably rarer than the meat I'm about to give you. But here, have some of this.
Cool. Takes it and starts eating it. Like, I know it's yeah, it's a very, although you've like carved it off with the sun sword, it's still a very like rare piece of meat. He's got like blood down his like point of his chin. He's like feral, almost like a feral man.
Oh, that's good. That's a good steak right there. It's a good steak.
Yeah.
Super looks enviously.
It's a good steak, man. It's a good steak, man.
I can heal you. Are you?
I'm good. I've been hiding out in here, like keeping safe. I'm actually doing okay. I don't need any healing right now. I'm not leaving until that fucking golem's dead, though. That thing's a prick. It's very strong.
Did you have plans to kill it, or were you just going to waste away in here?
I'm trying to work out, like, if there's any pattern to its patrol, but it kind of just goes wherever the fuck it feels like. Anytime I get close to the door, it just kind of moves. So I've just been hiding and waiting.
Do
There's
you know
loads of
anything
mice
about
in
this
here.
golem at all? Do you know anything help, like any help information about this golem?
It's
Or help
fucking
us-
big.
Is it resistant to anything? Is it what?
Honestly,
What
dude,
exactly can do? Do you know?
I've just been running from it. Like, I have, you know, I got a little bit of magic. My master taught me, but like not much. But like, you know, I've been trying not to piss this thing off.
My master
I've done a little bit of damage to it, but like anytime I attacked it, it just got angry and kind of like got close. It can't fit through that door though. Well, it tried. I think it could if it really wanted to, but like I just kind of hid and I kind of lost interest after a while, and then I just went and got some more mice and like just got on with it, you know, like.
That is unsettling.
Do you know your way around this temple?
I've only been in, like, the upper areas. My master died across the way in the opposite hallway. There's, like, flame skulls over there, man. They're made from, like, the dead remains of, like, the wizards or whatever who, like, made this place. They're fucking angry, man.
What was the purpose of a master coming in here in the first place?
He wanted, like, knowledge and stuff. Like, if I could get, like, his spell book and, like, staff back, that'd be great, because maybe I could fucking get out of this shithole. But, like, you know, I'm happy just chilling for a bit until that thing's dead and I can, like, leave, because I'm not from here, man. Like, this whole, like, gothic valley shit, not a big fan, man. I don't even like scary books, you know? I don't like reading those. They're not for me. The B&M one? No thank you.
Same. I understand. Yes, reading might not be this, for everyone. But tell me, whereabouts are you from originally?
Oh man, I'm from like Chult originally, kind of like in that little region. I just kind of like bounce around, like see what's going on. Like my master, he was in good with the Red Wizards of Thay for a little bit. Like he was a good man. He's dead now. Fuck him, asshole. Oh yeah, there's wild men as well. You gotta be careful of those. They like camp out and like nearby. We had a small encounter with them. My master just kind of gave them some like food, and they just kind of let us through. They just seemed fine, I guess.
And he said any mention about your master's staff and book?
Yeah, he's a wizard, man.
What was his name?
Jakarian. I said that before. You need to get your ears checked, man. Like, I can't be repeating myself here, because that fucking thing could go back any minute. If we're making a lot of noise, it's gonna fucking probably go out more after, you know what I mean?
Could I make, like, a Arcana history check on the golem? Because me being around Mordekainen, I must have, heard
That's what I was thinking,
golems or
like,
seen them.
The staff in the book, maybe, it could be Mordekainen's stuff in the book.
Why would it be his?
Listen, man, whatever the fuck's going on, like, this temple, there's, like, forbidden knowledge here, man. It's like a haven, or whatever the fuck. I don't care about that shit. I just want to, like, get the stuff if I can, and fucking bounce, and work on getting home. Like, I have, a mortgage and shit to pay, and, like, stuff to do that doesn't involve burning to death in this shithole. So, like, you guys, if you want to go throw yourselves down there and, whatever the fuck, sure, go wild, man.
Well, fun fact.
Vilnius, let me, if I may. Vilnius, I'm from Athkatla originally, just up the coast from Chult, on the Sword Coast. I also want to get home. And what I am choosing to do is actively seize my own destiny and find my own way out of here.
And I'm glad that's working for you, man. You keep doing that.
If you want to survive, you know that you're going to have to actually do something, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, the mice population around here is not gonna last forever, I get that. But, like, I'll be good. Like, I got...
What kind of abilities do you have? I mean, we could use some help.
Yeah, like I said, dude, like, if you guys want to go get yourself killed in here, man, that's totally fucking cool. I watched, like, a man who I worshipped and, like, respected, like, for about literally 15 years, just get fucking reduced to ash in, like, 4 seconds, and he was the most powerful fucking spellcaster I knew. Like, dude, he, like, transported us to, like, different planes and shit sometimes. Like, this guy was good. I'm not that good. He's dead. I got out by sheer fucking luck, man. I accept that. I accept that I'm a lucky fucker. And, like, somebody's got to be, man.
My master's so cool.
Okay.
I'm just not standing with my breath.
Do you see anything in the altar behind him?
Yeah, it's like a gray slate. I think I described it before. It's like a slate, like a chalkboard. You're in like a teaching, a lecture.
Oh, so
there's
like a lecture. Okay.
This is me hiding out.
Callan, not quite a stage whisper, but he's going to be, talking to the group for Vilnius' benefit and be like, listen, do we just want to leave him here to perish? 'Cause it's even if we get in and out and do what we want to, it's not like he's going to come with us later on. We'll just tell him that the golem's still out there and he'll be here wallowing in his own shit and piss and dead mice for the rest of his sad little life. So why don't we just leave him here?
I mean, you say this, but he can't leave anyway. Strahd won't let him.
I think he leaving the temple.
Alan, you don't need an intimidation check.
Yeah.
I
Well, he said he wanted to go back home, but we all know we can't get back home.
By
He
saying
certainly can't.
I've rolled a 28. It's cool.
I know. He would
Oh man, what do you mean? Like fucking, like, I'll be fine. You know, like it'll be fine. Like I'll be good. Like
It'll be fine. It'll be fine, will it?
Yeah.
And Callan's gonna look around because clearly this guy has had to either go to the toilet in this room for the past 4 days,
Oh
or
yeah,
he's
yeah,
not gonna leave it. And he's just gonna point towards whichever corner or area he's using as his toilet, and he's just gonna look at. Is this? Do you call this survival? Do you really call this staying alive? Because you are like in an unmonitored farm animal right now. Is this
Alright.
really how you want to die?
You know what? I kind of see what you mean. Sure, let's go kill the Amber Golem together, and then we can leave. This sounds great.
One thing first. We'll help you kill the golem so that you can leave. We need your navigation skills to get deeper into the temple first.
Dude, I've
said
only been like across the way. I've not been downstairs at all.
Well, it'll be a new experience for all of us then, won't it? But that's the deal. Either you come with us and help us, and we can get you out of this temple in one piece, or you stay here and hope that the golem doesn't find an interest in what's behind this door. It'd be a shame if we were to leave some kind of sign of life outside so that it'd be potentially getting interested in what's inside.
Whoa, man. Fine, look, I'll come with you. Fine, I'll at least take you where my master died. But like I said, like beyond that, I've not fucking like been there. You know, like, I don't know, man.
You said about a spellbook and a staff.
Yeah, it'd be on his body.
And you said that your master could transport you in and out of different planes and places. Well,
Yeah.
Surely, if we find that for you, then that'll be your ticket home, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like if we can go there, great. You know, cool.
Okay, then let's go. And we'll get ready to head out, I guess, with our new weird friend and his closet that we don't know about.
Yep.
And yeah,
Vilnius will
Hopefully.
tag along with you. Eventually you hear the moving down the corridor again. And it's
With
now
my,
coming from like this direction.
cool.
With my 16 or I can't do it. Did I get anything with the golems or doing
Like, I
anything?
mean, golems are, you know, there's so many different types. You've never heard of an amber golem before. You've heard of like stone golems or like even flesh golems, but like, I mean, theoretically, I guess you can make a golem out of anything if you try hard enough.
I'll be right back. 5 minutes.
Yeah. What time are we going till tonight?
I think we're going to go to 10, so I think there's probably a good time as ever to call it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
You probably hear keeping up the irregular pattern, and he's right. There is no pattern to the golem's movements. You hear the thudding go up to the north once more, and then it goes quiet again.
I mean, are we able to go a little bit longer today, or do we have to finish at 10? Because it's getting quite interesting. I'll let you.
I think.
I don't think there's going to be much more that like significant that we're going to achieve. We're going to be having at least probably a full session on the Amber Temple, if not more.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're probably going to run into a combat as well very soon, so it's probably a good time to call it before pushing you into combat and leaving you in the middle of one again.
If it's not the golem, it's gonna be the burning hex.
Fucking skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you
So
for the
as
session. It was lovely.
as you'll gather in the lecture hall with Vilnius, getting ready to breach forward and discover the forbidden knowledge of the Amber Temple. And that is where we're going to stop for tonight. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. It was great.
Yay!
New
Bye,
best
guys.
practice established.